Hi, everybody. This is Nate, and welcome, Sherry. Welcome again to our deep dive on my channel. And so glad to have you again for another show. People love them. So,
I love the deep dives. I really do. Um, it's allowed me to kind of push myself in areas that I was kind of scared to do on my own. But I feel safe when I'm with you
yeah,
doing it because it feels like, okay, if I go too far, you're going to yank me out. So,
a safety net.
um,
Um, and Sherry, maybe before we get started, any kind of updates on your channel, what you want people to know? Of course, asking people to go subscribe.
yeah, I'm the last, God, I don't even know what my numbers are. Let me peek real quick. The last time I looked, uh, I was over 9,300. So I'm moving up the line there. Where am I? Uh 9308. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm at 9308. So just a little under 1,000 is all I've got left to do to hit my 10. So
Great. And what's coming up on your channel? Maybe today, tomorrow, the
um
next couple of days?
uh well, last night I froze to death at the concert. Um, today I don't have anything else besides laundry and then the slumber party tonight. And then Monday is draining the swamp with Mel and Arthur. And of course, sisters on Wednesday night. Um, and next Saturday is you on my channel for the
Yeah.
live, my date with Nate, as I call it, and a members only meeting, Zoom
Okay.
meeting next Saturday. So that's what's coming up for
Good.
like this next week. So
And I
so far
have,
December's been kind of light. I'm running a special on personal readings, 25% off on all personal readings. So I've been trying to not schedule as many shows to leave
room
open
for reading.
spaces for readings because I start my Christmas vacation on the 20th and I don't go back until the 5th when I go back to
Okay.
work.
So if you're watching this, this is the opportunity to get to Sherry for maybe a 2026 reading and get the 25% off. This
That's
would be
right.
great opportunity.
I'll
Yes.
have I have a lot more open time slots for people to slip in and you
Awesome.
get 25% off the regular price because in January prices are going up. Not by
Uh,
much, just a little bit, but still I
yeah,
got to keep up with the cost of everything. It's like
for sure.
if I can break even, I'm happy. So, I'm not making money, but I'm breaking even, so that's a good thing.
Yes. I do have just real quick before we get started, my usual show on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, which is personal questions, and then a couple shows that are lined up for next week. We will have a Meet the Psychic Press show,
I was getting
which
ready
I
to
know a
say,
lot
when's
of
your
people.
next?
Yes, we are recording on Sunday, so it might be available on Monday. And I know from my personal readings that people really love those shows. So we'll
Yeah.
make sure that we continue that show. But today, we wanted to do a couple of deep dives, but really starting with maybe kind of an interesting topic that's not necessarily the top of mind, but still very interesting, which is what's going on with Erika Kirk and kind of everything around it. So I'm kind of gonna leave you, Sherry, to lead the reading.
All right. Well, to start with, and this is a professional opinion here, she's wackadoodle. I mean, there's something seriously wrong with this woman. I don't know. I get the weirdest vibes off of her, and about 2 weeks ago, I watched one video that popped up in my feed on her and the the unaliving of her husband. And I thought, oh, that might be interesting. So I watched it. And since then, I've been like bombarded with videos of people that knew them, that worked at Turning Point USA with them, that knew her from her pageant days because she was a beauty pageant
Yeah,
contestant, um, and in one of Trump's pageants, no less. So
yeah.
there's a tie there that's like, hmm. Um, but she's just like she's been I mean, she's been like all over the place. And from what I understand, his parents, Charlie Kirk's
Charlie
parents,
Kirk.
are suing her for custody, or suing for the custody rights
Oh,
of the children because they're saying that she's not providing proper care for her kids. She's too busy running around doing all of these talks and these podcasts and this and that and the other, and that the children are getting neglected. Now, Uh, that's going to be up to a court to decide how accurate that is.
yeah.
But that just struck me as odd because I know the big memorial thing that she had for her husband, his family was not in attendance. They did
What?
not come. No, they did not go. She had that big extravaganza thing where you had um
Yeah,
uh Maybelline Vance and the current occupant both there, and
yeah.
um that's where that weird hug with the Maybelline queen, the way she was holding him and hugging him is like, girl,
Awkward. Yeah.
that's not what you do with another married man like a week after your husband's been, and that's just weird. I mean,
At
I
a
know what it
memorial.
feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know what it feels like to lose your husband. I've been there, and I know how disorienting that can be.
Mhm.
And you do tend to reach out to others for that physical contact just because that can be overwhelming, that that person's no longer there for those hugs or whatever. um but evidently she has announced that she's 8 weeks pregnant, 10 weeks after her husband passed. And so it's like, okay, that math doesn't add up. It's
Yeah.
just like when I first saw that, I was like, what? That's kind of wild. I mean,
This is so
and then
crazy.
she started saying it was the Maybelline Queen's baby. And of course, he's denied it. But then you had that weird hug thing going on. And then the following week or two, every time you saw the second lady, his wife, she was without her wedding ring on.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, there's something. She does not look like a happy woman at
Oh no,
all.
completely different. I agree. Um, Also kind of build since we're kind of putting it all on the table before we read. Um, she always struck me, that's as my intuition, being very money hungry. That's just what I get of her vibe.
Yes,
And then not my necessarily my intuition, but questions that have come from my subscribers. Um, the connection, a strange connect, is there a connection between her and Epstein?
yes, that too. That too. I forgot about that. It's like she's had her fingers in a lot of
A
pies that are
pot.
very, very questionable.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's like I'm not I it's like she's all over the place, but I just get this really weird energy from her. I don't know, it's strange. It's like
So,
I can't
Sherry,
put my
why don't
finger on
we,
it.
yeah, why don't
Yeah.
we just get started and actually, since it's so out all over the place, can we just pull a couple cards about her? Who is she? What is her energy? Just kind of asking it like that. Who is she? What's her
What
energy? Yes.
yeah,
What can you tell us about her, basically? I'm asking. What can you
right.
tell? us about Erika Kirk. What's going on with her? Erika Kirk. Hmm. Oh,
That's weird. Okay.
I knew it. Lots of interesting information here.
Yeah. Okay, the first thing I got was the Ace of Cups, which is talking about new relationships, new beginnings.
Yeah.
Um, so that's a definite yes vibe. It feels very much like she's it, she feels like one of those women who needs to have a replacement right away before she's even had time to grieve.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, I mean, most women I think are like they're not ready to go there for a while, but she just strikes me as one of those kind of women that she needs to have that presence in her life, even though I feel very strongly like she's really manipulative,
Mm-hmm.
is what I got between her and her husband. That she was very much playing a role, I guess you could say, even with him. And then I drew the Nine of Cups. So that's, it's like she could have just lived off of the money coming off of uh
Eight.
um Turning Point and millions of dollars a year, just off of the worth of that organization that he started. But according to some of the stuff I've read, um she's really like stepped in as CEO and she's like firing people that were with the company and Charlie ever since he first started it all. It's like she's cleaning house is what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know really why, if she's looking to change something, um, or if it's just greed. I got breakthrough progress. So this feels like she's thinking, I've got to make progress here. I've got to make some changes.
Yeah.
I need to I need to ruffle some feathers to get things going where I want them to go. And then I got fixing the problem. And so
Oh.
whether if there's a real problem or not, she's in a position of I need to fix it um so that it benefits me
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
than anybody else. And then the last one I got was state of emergency urgent response.
Oh.
So that feels like that's more like around her husband. That was very much a state of emergency, urgent response of him. And now I'm seeing videos that people have put together from all the phone cameras that were going at the time of what happened to him. And it's like there are questions about some of his top right hand people that they were doing weird things when that happened.
Mm.
They weren't responding the way someone normally would respond when something like that happens right in front of you, you know. Um, it's like uh one guy, and I can't think of his name right now, who's like was like his right hand man. He was quite literally, it happened. He turned his back and walked away with a phone to his ear. It's like, who are you calling
Yeah.
seconds after this happens and you're going to run in the other direction? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then the last card I got was roll exit, closing the door.
Oh.
And so it feels like she very much wants to shut those doors of how everything worked, how she's always been perceived. Because, she was real big into that, and I'm not knocking Christians, y'all don't take it the wrong way, but very much into that mindset, that Christian mindset that women should be at home and taking care of
Yes.
their families, and that's their most important role, and they should be subservient to their husbands. That was the image she projected. But from some of the interviews I've been seeing with people that worked within that organization that knew them personally, it was like, yeah, no, that's not how things were going.
Oh,
She was known to just show up for big like board meetings he would have with all of his people and would come in and like contradict things that he was
yes.
saying and start implementing things she wanted to see. And he never he never like blocked her from that. It's like he just went along with it. So um maybe it was stuff that he wanted done, and but he let her be the bad guy with it, you know. But there were from a couple of close family friends who have stated that there were rumors of a possible divorce going to happen, that
Oh,
he was like looking at how to get out of this,
okay.
that things were not as
Shiny.
shiny and new and were so perfect. That's not the vibe that I've been getting, especially after watching interviews from people who were close friends with him. It's like, okay, that's
Different. Yeah.
yeah, there was definitely issues going on there.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting. Um, did you get anything else, Sherry?
that's all I drew for that.
Okay.
Um,
My first card that I got is the Page of Wands. So, Page of Wands or news coming up. We might get some more information about her. I'm sure we will. I think there's
yeah,
still a lot of information coming through, but it's also children or child. A page is a child. So that kind of goes to what about this child that's showing up here? Is it the one that she's pregnant with? Unfortunately, the next card that comes with it is the devil. And I know this is a dark card, dark. You can't really see, but let me tell you, it's the devil. And so those two card child devil is is concerning to me, and I don't know exactly what this is all about, but we talked about possible involvement with for
the
entertainment purposes
the
only
the current
with
the
yes
current
and
second in command. You
yes.
know, Page of Wands for the last 2 weeks, as most people know who watch my channel, I do on my lunch break every day. I do a
Mhm.
little 10 or 15-minute reading, just like a general temperature of the energy, and not really specific questions. Sometimes I'll get a specific question, but usually it's just taking a general temp. And Page of Wands has shown up consistently over and over and over and over again for the last couple of weeks. So
Those are in my like what I hear immediately is those are Epstein victims.
that, yeah, um, yeah,
um
that makes sense. Uh,
Continuing a little bit, the Four of Pentacles, this is her holding on to money, and I think this is what I was feeling.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's a lot of money implications, and this is at the center of the reading. The Five of Wands, it's that fighting energy, and I feel like
yeah,
there's a lot of behind the scenes fighting. Final card, I think this is giving us a clue here. This is the Empress. She wants to be seen, she wants to like the emperor rule, like she lacks the power, she wants to rule. But let's add a little something here. The Empress is also my card for Russia.
Yeah.
And what is the connection with Russia? I feel like, to me, this feels like there's a Russian connection. I just feel it, and I've never read anything about it. I just feel
Well,
like there's a Russian connection.
uh, uh, she was a beauty pageant contestant,
Yeah, yeah,
um, in some of Trump's beauty pageants, and a lot of those were held in Russia.
Russia.
So, yeah, it's just she's got so many conflicting things that it's like her every time she tries to change the story, it changes. Like nothing is seems to be
It-
consistent with her. And yeah, she definitely comes across. Now she's 5 years older than Charlie was.
Okay.
And so I didn't realize, not that 5 years makes a big difference. My
No.
husband was 6 years older than me, and it didn't really make a difference. But Turning Point was worth over $10 million a year in revenue that they pulled in as a nonprofit, that she could have literally just sat back and let the people run it the way it had been run, and she'd have been sitting on easy street the rest of her life, you know.
Yeah. With a
And
role in the organization, like in communication or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, but she's been really, from what I've read and some of the videos I've seen, like I said, she's very controlling. She's
Yes. Well,
very
with
controlling
Four of
about,
Pentacles is that control energy.
yeah,
Can we maybe, is it too much asking to ask straight up the question, what's going on between her and Vince?
yeah, that's a good one. There's something, there's something
Uh,
there. I don't know if it's just on her part
yeah,
or if it's both of them. Um, I've been hearing rumors from pundits that would like, or people that would be in his orbit after this term with the current occupant is over. Normally, the vice president is the one that steps up and runs to be the next president.
of course.
Um, and it's like there are people talking about, well, he would stand a much better chance of winning if he had a wife that looked like her with her
Well,
belief
yeah.
system than the wife he currently has, who's a Hindu, you
And it
know.
shouldn't be that way, just to be clear. But for the
Exactly.
people that vote for him, this is a big deal.
Well,
For
and he's so bought and sold by the elites that he doesn't make a move without Peter Thiel and some of them telling him
of course.
exactly what to do. And he's
Let,
another one that changes his story.
oh, that's like flip flop, flip flop. All right, let's have a look here. Oh boy. Let's have a look here. What is going on? Describe the relationship between Vance and Erika Kirk. Tell me what's going on there. Vance and Erika Kirk. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, my. Okay. I've got my governance deck out,
My God.
my new forecaster oracle deck, which is the upgraded predictions deck, and the personal predictions deck, all of
Yes.
the Trish James cards. And
Whoa.
okay, that's interesting.
That's not what I was expecting, but It is interesting, nevertheless.
Okay, wow. This it's like
When I get started, Sherry?
Yep. The first two things I drew was housing and infrastructure. So this very well could just be that she's trying to open that door to help him make the right decisions with housing and infrastructure because the current occupant doesn't seem to be capable of doing that.
No.
And then I got misuse of funds.
Hmm.
That certainly fits in with that whole administration going on there. Um, and then I got inundation, rising tides. So it's like this feels like he's feeling overwhelmed with all the stuff coming at him. And he wants to be president really bad. But I think deep down inside, he knows that he's not qualified for that position.
No.
He's not qualified for the position he's currently in right now.
No.
Um, and he doesn't do anything that he's not told to do. Uh,
No.
so it just feels, and then I got economic pressure, cost of living. So this is something that even if he tries to run for office or if he takes over midterm for the current occupant who exits stage left, um, this very much feels to me like he's gonna have that issue of y'all have tanked the economy.
Right.
You came into an economy that was working, people were making more money, more businesses were
There were
starting up and
jobs.
whatnot. The jobs were like people, the jobs reports were really low. Inflation was like so low that we hadn't seen that low of an inflation in I don't know how many decades. Um, and it's taken them less than a year or just a little over less than a year until January hits. That they have royally screwed up our economic system here. It's prices are doubling, tripling, quadrupling. I mean, geez, go to the grocery store and try to buy. You're going to spend $50 on two or three items. Easy. Um, it's gotten so expensive. Gasoline is about the only thing that's gotten cheaper. It's dropped, but you can't eat gas.
And not
Yeah,
everywhere, I believe, like in some
yeah,
places
no, it
it
depends
has
on where
gone
you are
up.
in the
Yeah.
country. I mean, we're at like between $2.30 and $2.40 right now, where I'm at. But I know people in California are still
Mhm.
paying $5, $6 a
Yeah.
gallon.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where you are. Um, but the economic collapse, and I keep feeling like we may very well go into another Great Depression, like what hit in the 30s. Right now, we're right on the edge. It's like we're just right on that edge, and all it's going to take is one little bitty push, and it's going to all come crashing down on everybody. Um, which is scary because you go back and look at the history books of what happened in the 30s when the Great Depression hit, and it was like, holy smokes. That's where a lot of our socialistic programs came about because you had FDR that came in and was like, we're going to provide Social Security, we're going to do Medicare, we're going to do this, do that, so that seniors weren't suddenly,
Be in the street, you know. Yeah.
yeah. in the street starving to death, or um, poor people weren't being put into prison because they were poor. Um, so there were great strides made, and you've had the other side of that has since the 40s when FDR started implementing all this stuff. They have been doing their damnedest to bring it all down and completely negate everything. And uh that's a scary world to live in when you think
Yeah.
about it. It really is. And then the last two cards I got on Mr. Vance and whatnot is a social connection. They are all more concerned
Yes.
about how they
Yes.
look in a social connection than
The
they are in
public eye,
actually doing the
public eye.
job.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that he thinks they're making progress. Maybe they are with what they've got on their agenda, but as far as the
Yes.
American people feel, nobody feels like we're making progress. It's like we're slip sliding back
Backwards.
down that slope
Mhm.
faster than we can catch our breath.
Yep.
So yeah, what did you get?
Well, it is interesting. First card, the Queen of Pentacles. This is her holding her coin and her money again, but interesting within their context. Seven of Pentacles. This is him looking at the money. This could be the economy or this whole connection they have that has a financial connection. The Five of Pentacles, the money, this is the economic situation that you describe with the poor, but also could very possibly be an issue that is going on, within the money from the foundation. It's interesting with the Knight of Cups that I feel that there was an emotional, possibly a romantic connection or something happened. But look what happened then. The Three of Sword. It did
Yeah,
something didn't quite work out. We have the Ace of Sword. The truth is coming. The Hermit. I think it's a little bit of a fallout between them. Queen of Sword. It's basically kind of it went from a connection that I feel there was some sort of fallout.
yeah. It
And maybe
it
this is
feels
sorry, Sherry. Maybe this whole child thing has been at the center of this issue because there was a connection, but what the cards show is turned into money and a fallout.
yeah. It- she strikes me as the kind of person that has always gotten what she wanted. If she
Yeah.
decided, I want this, then everyone in her orbit goes out of their way to make sure that she gets that. Um,
Yeah.
and this feels like it's the first time that she's being told, no, you can't have this.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if that's the vice president telling her that, if that's the Mrs. Vice President telling her that, but there are a lot of unanswered questions around this relationship,
Yes.
even though they both want to play it off as no big deal, no big deal. It's like, yeah, this is a
Obviously, it
big
is
deal.
a big deal. Yes.
And while you were reading your cards, I just grabbed a few from my tarot deck, and the first thing I got, and this one like literally jumped out of the deck at me. What card is this? The Ten of Pentacles reversed.
Again, money.
Yeah, that's more money, unexpected changes, financial disaster, bankruptcy, huge losses. That I mean, I don't know if that's on a personal level or if that's going to be on a countrywide level. It feels
Or the foundation.
it, yeah, it just yeah, if that's a foundational thing that it just nothing is holding up the way she thought it was going to hold up.
And I think we might have to look with our cards as exactly what's going on with this foundation.
I also do the Eight of Wands. So whatever's happening It's going to
Fast.
happen fast, you know. It's not going to waste any time playing around about this. It's going to be like, yeah, let's go do it. Um, yeah, it just, again, that's that weird energy again.
And I'm feeling from her energy as we discuss her. I feel a lot of oppression. I feel a lot of stress. I'm getting a sense like she's scared of some truth coming out. The
Oh,
secret,
definitely.
oh, it feels very heavy.
Very definitely, yes. Um, it trying to think how to put this and it sounds doesn't sound as ugly as it could. Um, it's like it's like she's grasping at straws, trying to make her vision become a reality of
Mhm.
being able to say, oh, well, this, and this is happening because I did this or I want that, and I think a lot of this upheaval is coming from the fact that people around her that she's wanting to include are like, No, you
Mhm.
can't do that." It's the same on the other side for the vice president and the administration. It's
Yes.
like they live in this fantasy world that everything's going along this way, this way, this way.
And it's not.
With the people are like, that's not what it's like out here at all. I mean, me saving 19 cents on a turkey for Thanksgiving from last year is not something that's going to make or break my budget, you know. I know I normally Thanksgiving I don't even cook a turkey anymore. I go get a pre-cooked honey glazed turkey from Logan's Farm. It's easy, it's fast. All you do is warm it up. Bing, presto, bingo, you got turkey. And my guys love it. You know, it's gone that first Thanksgiving day. There's no leftovers. Um, and the first few times I ever bought turkeys from them, they ran around 30, maybe $35 for one, which isn't bad. You know, it's
Yeah.
pre-cooked, it's glazed, it's all ready. You just warm it up.
Yeah.
I'll pay 35 bucks
Yeah.
for that. It cost me over $50 this year to get just one turkey. It used to be they were low enough I could get two, one for Thanksgiving Day and then one for us to eat off of the rest of the weekend. And this year it was like, yeah, I did good just to have enough to pay for one and then to buy the stuff that you make to go along with it, the
Yeah.
potatoes, the vegetables, the rolls, the dessert, whatever. And I was pinching pennies at that. I mean, I was looking for the cheapest way around everything that I possibly could because I couldn't afford what we used
Yeah.
to do, you know, it's just too damn much money. And
Yeah.
it's like they don't hear that in the administration. They
Oh,
don't.
not at all. Not at all. Should
Uh,
we, shall we kind of switch to the foundation? I forgot the name of the foundation. Point something point.
oh,
Uh, Turning
Turning
Point.
Point USA. Yeah.
Let's have a look at that.
What direction are they going in? Or
Well, what's going on the inside?
okay, what's the inside vibe for Turning Point?
Turning Point USA.
Okay. Uh, what's going on inside? I hear my son cursing from the other room. He's trying to get a riff down on the guitar. It's not working. Um, mm, oh, Jesus. Uh, I wasn't expecting
Oh,
that. If you're ready, you can go ahead and go.
okay.
I'm still
Well,
shuffling here.
the feeling I have with them is that they feel very, and the cards are coming almost like very arrogant. They think they have it all figured out. The Nine of Cups, the happy merchant, they think that it's all a well-oiled machine that um has all this money. Nine of Pentacles, you mentioned 10 million. I got nine here. Six of Wands, they're riding on some strong success. But yeah, we got the Judgment here. Uh, it's almost like tells me that there might be some legal issues coming up. And then the Fool. That's exactly that energy of the Fool where you keep looking at the sun, but you're falling you know and I get this sense from this foundation that they think everything is perfect, it's going to continue the way it is, and issues are coming and they're about to fall, and they're about to have some sort of issues, and I'm getting a lawsuit, and I'm really getting a lawsuit here. One more card, Nine of Swords, not surprise here. Pain and suffering, something's going on, and they're coming like I see them feeling like they're doing so well, and boom.
Yeah. Because much like with the current occupant, they lost their star that
Yes.
brought the people and the money in. And there's nobody else currently that can kind of fill those shoes.
No.
And because it's kind of hard to go out and preach about women should stay in the home and just take care of the children and blah, blah, blah. And you're getting told that by a woman who's trying to run a whole organization and is looking at lawsuits to have her children removed from her because so said she's not a good parent. I don't know that, um,
Yeah. For entertainment purposes only. So,
yeah. Uh, well, I got the Four of Swords, so that's a lot of worry, a lot of sleepless nights,
yes.
not there's concern there. And then I got the Death card. So there's getting ready to be a lot of real shakeup going on within this organization. I mean, the whole organization may just die off the vine because they no
Something's
longer
about to
have,
drop. Yes. The
yeah.
shoe's about to drop.
And then I got eruption threshold again. So it's like, okay, things are getting ready to just blow apart. And then I got a fertility equation, reproduction. And so it's like, is this referring to the Mrs. and some of the crazy crap she's saying that's going to be like squirrel, take everybody off focus of running that organization the way it needs to be run?
Yeah.
It's like she's from what I'm feeling, it feels like a lot of the people within the company are not very happy with her and how
No.
she wants to run things. And so she's going to get a lot of pushback on that. There's going to be a lot of
No.
conflict there. And then I got misuse of funds, you
We were
think,
getting that earlier. Yep.
and empty promises.
Well, she doesn't have anything to lead with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Um,
I don't know. I keep looking at these two right here. It's like
that's terrible.
sleepless nights and worry, and then the death card.
Yes.
This feels very much like everybody's really worried about where this organization is going to go. And then here's a good old death card saying, yeah, it's gone. Um,
Well, yeah. It's gonna be at a minimum transformed. Um,
Yeah.
Another direction that we could look at to kind of get the complete picture. I think we need to go there. It's kind of obvious that we need to go there. Is what's going on with Ursha Vance?
Yes.
I mean,
This is a very unhappy woman right now.
oh,
I mean, I feel sorry for her. Just
oh, it feels
she's
awful.
getting publicly humiliated
I mean, she
and
removed her ring at an event. She didn't have the ring.
you've
So
got her husband saying, well, I'm doing my best to turn her so she can become a Christian. It's like, you know,
that doesn't feel right at all.
compared to what modern Christianity, especially the evangelical bent, is so diametrically opposed to what the Hindu religion teaches.
I
And it's
agree.
like, if I had a choice, I'd be a Hindu. I mean, that's why Gandhi was one. They said supposedly he, in his time of trying to figure out what was what, he went to a local church that was there in his district and was very much treated like, yeah, you're the wrong skin color, you don't belong here. Um, this is
Wow.
for white people, not Indian people. And he was so affronted by the attitudes of the people in that church that he then went to a Hindu temple where he was embraced and loved and shown everything that a real Christian should have shown.
The yeah,
And hence we got Gandhi, who was a very well-known Hindu. Um,
yeah. All right, let's look at
and
Usha. What's going on with
yeah,
her? Oh my God, I'm just feeling a lot of crazy
a lot of
energy.
angst,
Yes.
a lot of
Usha
angst,
Vance.
betrayal. I keep feeling betrayal from her part. Like she
Oh
feels
my goodness.
betrayed.
I mean, I just give you a preview. The tower.
There you go.
So there's like something about to burst, like a bubble burst here. And my Six of Sword, she's moving away. She's moving away.
Yeah. Mm.
Seven of Wands fighting. Lots of fighting going on. Seven of Swords, it gets worse. And that's the card of betrayal. So this is about to get real, and then my Four Swords, like you had earlier. This is about to get real ugly. Real ugly. And then we can continue the moon, it just gets worse by the minute. The moon, the secrets, the shadow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Well, the first thing up was I pulled two reversals back to back, which is not normal for me, and that's the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So, um, lack of independence, lack of stability, reckless spending. Well, that doesn't describe the current administration. I don't know what does,
That's
but
what it is.
with her to defer it to Usha, that feels very much like she has busted her butt to toe the line to 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 be the good little wife and supporting her husband's career and career choices to now be in not just thrown under the bus, but publicly humiliated in the process of it,
Right, right.
Um, and then I got the Seven of Cups reversed, and that talks about kind of like a reality check. That fits. It's like she's like,
Yeah,
wait a minute, this, there's something really off here. And then I got hurt feelings. That's very much hurt. That's Usha right
what's
now. She's
happening? Yeah,
hurting. You look at her face, whatever it is she's doing. This is a woman in pain and betrayal. She feels like what I'm getting off of her is she feels like she's been betrayed by the one person who's supposed to have her back no matter what, and that's her husband.
that's right.
And he's not there for her. And then I got consequences, bad choices. And I don't think necessarily that's her making bad choices. I think it's bad choices being made around her, and she's the one that's having to pay the consequence for it.
Do you think she's badly advised? She must have advisors. So is she not
One would
advised?
think, yeah, it feels like, okay, what I'm picking up is basically she's being told, smile, toe the line, put your ring back on, smile, toe the line.
Yeah,
Just, just, just go through the motions, do what needs to be done. But this is somebody with a lot of hurt feelings. I mean,
yeah.
she feels so totally betrayed by all of this. Um, Outdated dismantling. It's like her whole marriage, everything that she believed in is being just ripped apart. Scandals, unfolding drama. She's going through that right now. I mean, her name's getting dragged through the mud
What happened?
because of other people. Yeah. Because of a widow and a husband that doesn't seem to be
Supportive,
respectful to
to say
her.
the
And
least. Yes.
yeah, he doesn't show her any respect at all. It's
You know, Sherry, I'm gonna
yeah.
just insert here something that I think is very key. I got temperance,
Mm,
and we're talking about healing, and this is something that has come from subscribers. Is she unwell? Is she ill? How is her health?
who, Usha?
Yes, not good, I think.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's, got a disease or something like that. I feel like the emotional and spiritual stress that she's being put under, because people have got the microscopes out. They're looking at her, you know, with the magnifying glass. And when you feel betrayal that deep and your feelings are hurt that deep, that will manifest into a physical getting
That's where
sick.
I was going, and I
That's
feel like that's in process.
I feel like that's a lot of it. She's getting sick because of
Yes.
the emotional and spiritual turmoil around her. It's like I didn't sign up for this, you know. I married you because you said you loved me and it didn't matter if I was a Hindu, but now he's standing before crowds of 10,000 plus people and telling them that his one of his greatest goals is to convert his wife to another religion.
Crazy.
It's like, she can believe what she wants to believe. She doesn't have to change her belief system
No.
because
Why would that be an
yours
issue?
is different.
Why
Yeah.
would that be an issue? I have to say I got justice, and that's also
Mm.
gonna be a problem, I feel. Whether there's gonna be court being involved or out of balance, if it's reversed, it gives me a icky, very icky feeling, this justice card.
Yeah. I mean, this whole charade that's gone on for the last, what, 2 months now, almost 3 months. This feels very much like this woman has been pushed to the edge. She has towed the line and smiled and done whatever it was she was asked of to do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And with every step she takes, following those rules is another heartbreak and another heartbreak. And you can only take so many before you completely check out of that relationship. Like, it's done. Um,
Yeah, we really feel
yeah.
sorry for and compassionate. I feel like we're getting to the end of our
Yeah, we're getting pretty
recording.
close.
Uh, Sherry, any kind of, I mean, to me, that was really fascinating where we started and kind of going through the whole
With two
process
different
of,
women
man,
and their journey right now is
yes, and it
so
is.
different.
And,
It's like it
it's
feels
just,
like we started out with one wanting to create a martyr storyline, poor pitiful me,
yes,
to the other woman who is connected through all of this, who is the one that's like, poor pitiful me, really? Hold my beer. Because she's the one that's getting crapped on.
yes.
And she's the one that's being publicly humiliated.
I feel to a certain degree that both of them are victims of
Hmm.
Vance.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing. That yes, I'm sure there's a lot of issues with Erika and probably also Usha. Let's just be real here. But Vance seems like they're both a victim of Vance and his
That
action.
rings a bell
And
with me.
so I think for all of you who are watching right now, this would be a good time to let us know in the comments. What do you feel here? I think we opened the door to more understanding. We certainly didn't get to the bottom of it, but it shines some light on a lot of aspects on all of this. Tell us what you think.
Right. And while it may be the husbands that are running things, it's the women or the person that's their spouse, their immediate support system that's supposed to be there to help walk
Call
them through
them.
difficult
Yes.
situations. And it's like the harder they try to go down that path, the more he is just throwing them under the bus, both of them.
And that's very like him. He is unloyal, unfaithful, um, slimy. I mean, just like you just can go on with this. It's just someone you cannot trust. I mean, he was even
Yeah.
against Trump early on.
And depending on how Trump is taken down, yeah, it could kick him at the same time.
Yes.
And it feels like the speaker is getting ready to be replaced
Well,
any
there's
day now.
some, yeah, there's like a lot of pressure there.
You got
Um, yeah,
you got 50 people from Congress and the Senate that are like not running again. They're stepping down.
yeah. Sherry, we're gonna close this deep dive. Thank you so much
You're
for spending
welcome.
some time with me, with us, the community. And the
I
good
love
news
doing
is,
this.
and I love have you here. And the good news is, it's not gonna take long until next week. I'm on your channel, so
Yeah.
if you're watching
And we
this and
can
you wanna
continue
ask,
this conversation
yes,
if
up to
y'all
you.
got more questions. So,
Yes, we can do that next week or do our personal questions. Let us know, and I'll be sure to let
exactly.
Shari know. So thank you all. Shari, you have a wonderful day. Thank you everyone for watching.
You too.
Go subscribe to Shari's channel and
Please, please,
support
please.
her.
And be sure
And
you subscribe to Nate's channel too.
yes,
So,
also thank you very much, and see you soon.